You can look, but you can't touch.
Yo, what's poppin'? All my peeps, it is I, your host of the most Renaissance man, who always thinks he can, and your champion of the peeps, Patty Pitts, back once again in the Yard of Streams for another edition of Pitts and Sara's Wrestling Show, where we take no nights off. That's right. It's not just me, Patty P, here in the Yard of Streams. I'm joined, as always, by the best of the West. You can't forget about Sara Marshall. Was popping, girl.
Hey, yo.
Hello. Hello. Look at my shirt.
Hey, Liv.
It's my one of my queens, you know.
Love
No
it.
big deal or anything.
I got my other way. AG, my I love wrestling, and then I'll turn around. Yeah. Okay. All right. No, because it's a back.
Nice.
But there's him doing a
Nice.
crossbody. Anthony Green, the best thing in wrestling. Go get his merch right now.
Very nice.
What's going on? How we doing? It's Thursday night. Football is like here for you.
It's gonna be absolute shit.
I have a feeling Dolphins are gonna win.
Are you serious?
I don't know. I feel like there's not like genuine. Okay. You're judging, and it's more in the sense of I wouldn't be surprised. Like it would not like completely shock me.
I mean,
I'm sensing something. There's a little
I would
rumble.
love that simply because, I hate both teams, and I think it would be hilarious for the Bills to fall to the, bottom of the barrel of the division. But
How you hate the Bills? I just don't get it. Like I just think the Bills are so likable. I just
Absolutely
don't like
not.
they're in our division.
I hate the Bills no matter who's on them.
Like why?
Well, first of all, I'm from Massachusetts, so
Well, I live here.
Exactly. So I don't understand why you're asking me this question.
Because I feel strongly about this, and I live here, and I don't get it.
I don't understand your mentality because I hate everything New York.
Buffalo's not New York.
It is.
Nah.
Where is Buffalo located in what state?
It's in no shit, Sherlock. I'm saying
Okay,
it's more
so
up
it's
north.
still New York.
And they're Bills fans. Like there's a difference. Like they're just another branch off of Philly fans, which are a branch off of.
We don't fuck with Philly.
We're a branch off of, or no, we are the branch that Philly branched down from.
Well, we don't fuck with Philly either. Hello. Yeah, because you are like David, and you live in like Western Mass. That's what it is. You have the mentality of like someone out in Western Mass.
I literally live. I
know where you live. I'm talking about you live on you're like in West Newbury.
No, it's like I don't know. I have a very skewed view of sports and everything. So like
exactly. So why are you questioning me? I'm like
I
think my Boston sports fan. So I don't like New York. I don't like Philly.
Well,
I don't like the divisional teams.
The Mets are just sad, really. I don't hate the Mets. I just think they're a sad organization.
Well, you hate the Yankees more.
Oh shit. Yeah, no
it's like
shit.
In basketball, you don't like the Sixers. You don't
like the Lakers.
You don't like the Knicks either. Hello.
Well, just fuck the Knicks. I think everyone can agree. Fuck the Knicks.
David, stop trying to act like you don't know that I have never said this to you. You're not even a Patriots fan.
Nailed it.
He likes the Eagles and he likes
Go
the
Birds.
Yankees.
Go Birds. Who does?
The only Boston team he likes. I'm not saying you're a fake fan. I'm saying you're not a fan of Boston sports teams other than the Celtics. Otherwise, he likes everything outside of Boston.
Granted, I mean, so your sports fandoms are Eagles, Yankees, Celtics.
Yeah,
what?
I forget. Yeah. Well, he's in Western Mass, so that's what I'm saying. Like in Western Mass, it's like their loyalties to sports are generally not aligned with people like in the Boston area because they're closer to New York or Philly. So it's like people in Jersey or in Connecticut, they can pick New York or Philly teams to like follow, or it's not that they can, it's generally what they do instead of Boston is what I'm saying. So that's why I make fun of him when I'm like, you're not a Boston sports fan, brother. You're in fake mass.
Sports fandoms are the best fandoms. Look at what they do in England. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
With that
Anyway.
shit. Anyways,
and no, I don't like Miami Heat. Bernard, are you joking?
I don't like the Heat.
I'm a Celtics fan, brother.
I like people on the Heat. But anyways, what's up, Bernard? Kicked your ass last night in Madden.
Dang.
Kicked his ass.
Dang.
Oh, you would hate my team. You would hate my team because I am the Dolphins. Rocky McFish's McDolphins.
Oh, jeez.
Destroyed the Jets, though. Bernard's a Jets. So
that's fine. My boss says just end the season. That's what Jet stands for. For real. Yeah, Justin Fields has a concussion, and I don't think he can play this week. So the Jets are off to a hot start.
I mean, they do better with backup quarterbacks. Anyways, so Bernard, tough luck. You had a great 2010s, let me tell you. Bernard had a good 2010 down in Miami being a Heat fan.
Yeah, LeBron era.
Yeah, good times, good times.
Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud.
Don't be a lemon, Sara, be a rosebud. Oh, we're only 7 minutes in. I thought that.
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on. Don't be a lemon, be a rosebud. It is time for our lemons and rosebuds of the week. Favorite and least favorite things going on in the world of wrestling. So, Sara, how about you just kick things off? How about you, because ladies first, as always. I'm a gentleman.
So as a lifelong Finn Balor fan, my favorite moment of wrestling this week was his return to NXT and hearing his OG theme. The fact that he did not tease us with the, hitting the thighs and the pose. We also got it on the turnbuckle. So I was very excited because I love Finn Balor. He's one of my all-time favorites. I mean, I just bought one of his Topps cards.
Hell yeah.
Hold on. I have a photo. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you all because I'm very excited about it. Look at that.
Hell yeah. That is sweet. You were telling me about the purple.
Yeah. Isn't that sweet?
That is sweet. I missed that. Was cool attire. No, I'll give that. Those were cool pants.
They were
cool pants.
So I was very excited about it so much that this was my internal thoughts.
I gotta pop my dick, man.
I had to pop that dick. Okay, that's how I felt on Tuesday.
That dick. Pop that dick. What?
Yeah, that's right.
Pop that dick.
Remember that video too? They were like, grab his dick and twist it.
Oh my god.
MMA fight.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, oh my god. This is a boxing match or whatever.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, so I was really excited about that. I also I was very conflicted because like we were talking about it before we went live. I was a little conflicted about how much love he was receiving because, on one hand I'm like, okay, this is cool. People are feeling nostalgic. People are finally like giving Finn his flowers. I guess that they needed to see his old entrance or he had to return to NXT for people to remember like just how cool he is. And then on the other hand, of course, I'm like, where the hell have you all been? Finn has been this guy the whole time. And I get it. Like, you're not supposed to cheer for him right now because he's in Judgment Day. He's a bad guy. He's this and that. But like, he was doing this up until like 3 years ago. Like, it wasn't. I mean, he just joined the Judgment Day.
Until he joined Judgment Day, he was doing it.
Yeah, and that was like 2-3 years ago. Like, it wasn't that long ago. So, yeah. So I thought that was cool. I thought just like in general, I felt like the NXT Homecoming, there was like a lot of really cool moments. And you know what?
I'm just gonna transition over here, Sarah, because that's my entire rosebud
Okay.
this week is the entire NXT Homecoming. I thought it was so well done, from the returns to the little details that went into them, from the OG theme songs, Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, Charlotte even got her old one back. I don't know if they did Alexa. I don't think they did, from what I remember. And I loved the little B-side story subplot going on within Homecoming of the disrespect that NXT was showing. That I have it as a banner, so I'll let you make your point. But like, Sarah, how fucking, like, it was so good. Like, I don't
it kind of, okay, so maybe I don't mean this in a controversial way, but it's just something that made me think about it because of the way that everybody was reacting online. Because I feel like the black and gold era of NXT, I would say, is kind of discussed in the same manner that we like discuss the Attitude Era. Like, I feel like it's on that same level where people revisit those matches because they were so good. I would argue that obviously the wrestling was better in the black and gold era than the Attitude Era. I don't think that's controversial to say, but I do. You don't think so?
No, I don't think I'm agreeing with you. Like, the wrestling, the pure wrestling.
Yes.
In the black and gold era.
Yeah.
Yes,
I mean, I would say Attitude Era was probably like entertainment value.
That's the thing. It's on its own. Like, it just, it's such its own little thing that you can't really compare it to anything when you talk like details. But like the black and gold gave that like feel of like, oh shit, this is NXT is a cool thing.
So that's what I'm thinking. Like, not that you have to compare it, and I'm not saying that you that they are necessarily like comparable, but I kind of wonder if people miss the NXT black and gold era more than they miss the Attitude Era. And the reason I wonder that is because like we're now in a time in wrestling, I think, where people crave good matches. Like, you want good storylines as well. And I would say obviously NXT black and gold had very good storylines. I'm not saying that they didn't. But I kind of wonder if that is something that can actually be a debate. Like, if you could pick one era to bring back, would it be NXT black and gold or the Attitude Era? Like, I almost feel like maybe it's just because I was older and I was able to actively see it more than I was when, the Attitude Era was going on when I was young, and I wasn't able to watch it because we have to remember it was controversial.
I
was, and as a young girl being raised by a single mother, she's not, saying, oh yeah, go and watch Monday Night Raw, see titties and whatever else the fuck they're doing.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. Have you thought about that at all? Because that was just something I was thinking, just based off of the it seemed like the universal reaction was like people were emotional. People were like, oh my God, like, I miss this era. This is so good. And I was like, I feel like I haven't seen a collective.
No. I legitimately would much rather go back and watch the black and gold era of NXT compared to the Attitude Era. Because the Attitude Era was more shock value that got you hooked into wrestling. But the black and gold era,
the climate was so different.
But the black and gold era keeps you a wrestling fan for life. You know what I mean? Like, it's that type of difference. And the storytelling, the wrestlers, like, that was the thing that, like, they were wrestlers, man.
It feels like
the factions, like the Undisputed Era. I don't know how.
I get so upset when I think about the Undisputed Era. Like, I get so upset because I'm like, imagine that on the main roster. And the thing is, when Adam Cole left, I completely understood. I was like, he should not come to the main roster. Like, I was like, I do not blame him for not wanting to stay in NXT longer, because I feel like at that point he had already like kind of accomplished everything. You know what I mean? I did not
On
blame
NXT,
Johnny
yes.
Gargano for leaving with Candice before being called up to the main roster. Like, I understood, because they were not going to be treated the way that they should have been treated on the main roster. Under Vince, especially. I mean, you could argue that they probably might not be treated that way even by Triple H, if we're really getting into that. But it makes me so bummed that we never got to experience that. That's why I love to go back and just watch Adam Cole's entrances or matches, like anything with the Undisputed Era. I just love to go back and watch it because it was just so fucking good.
That super kick he hit on Ricochet when Ricochet was basically upside down, attempting a moonsault of sorts, lives rent-free in my head. That's what I mean. Like, I did not get to fully indulge in Black and Gold NXT. It was more something I was watching on the side, trying to fall asleep in college, you know? And I didn't enjoy it as much as, you know, like last year's build to WrestleMania, or, you know, like get really into it. Or I was really got into AEW All In when it was MJF Adam Cole for the title. That pay-per-view I watched, you know, pre-show to post-show.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So that would be a cool thing if like we could do, you know. It's like, all right, start the Undisputed Era. What was it like? Do a little bit of a watch along thing.
I know, it would be so nice. Like, I would love to think that Adam Cole will come back to WWE at some point, and I think it's possible.
I was gonna bring that up to you.
Yeah, I think it's possible. Obviously it all hinges on how his body is holding up, because we know that he's dealing with injuries right now that's keeping him out of AEW, and that's been a thing over the last like 2 years for him. So I guess we're talking about this under the assumption that he can return and he can get back in the ring. I think I don't see him necessarily as an AEW lifer the way that I do with, like, I don't think Moxley's gonna come back. You know, Toni Storm just said she won't be coming back. Like,
I think Toni Storm. Here's the thing. I don't trust comments like that from Toni Storm right now, because I think she's so committed to the bit.
Yes. However, I do think that there is a reason for them to feel that way, because the success that they have in the AEW, it's likely that it will not be matched in WWE, because they're not going to be coming in as like a Cody Rhodes. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to come in and be treated like that immediately. So it's like the guarantee that you're going to have the same success that you're currently seeing in AEW transferring with you to WWE feels a lot slimmer than if you were, you know, a Cody Rhodes or something like that. So like, I don't blame them for being like, yeah, no, I'm staying here. I mean, at this point, why not? You're getting paid, you're on TV, you're having solid matches. Like, there's nothing wrong with what you're doing. I do think that, like, as we've talked before, there is going to be a ceiling in AEW just because they are not a powerhouse company in the way that WWE is, and that's just because they haven't been around long enough to have that status yet. So it's going to be interesting to see if that potential limitation would be enough to make them want to return, even though they've made it seem like, okay, no, we're staying here forever, you know. But I do think with someone like Adam Cole, he's been everywhere, so like it's hard to imagine that he would stay in AEW forever.
Well, he's not. He's currently on the verge of almost retiring. So,
well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Under the assumption that he can wrestle again in the future, I could see him going to WWE. But I would assume it similar to like anybody else that we've talked about potentially leaving to go to WWE. If I were them, I would want to know definitively what the plan is for me. And that's not changing, because I'm not going to leave my status on, you know, near the top of a totem pole in AEW to then risk falling to the complete bottom in WWE because I didn't have it in writing or whatever. Like, there was no plan for me if I left, you know, because like, why are you going to leave your perch in a company where they're treating you like a top star to go to another company and not know for sure that that's solidified. You know, like that's why I don't blame certain people for not wanting to leave AEW, even if I feel like, okay, WWE is endgame. It has to be, because you want to be on WrestleMania, you want to be on ESPN, you know, but that's not how it's going to be for everybody, because you know, it's far from a guarantee. And you thought that maybe once Triple H took over, you're like, okay, these people are going to be big stars. He has not done that. He has not replicated the black and gold era of NXT on the main roster. So I don't blame those people for being like, nope, I'm an AEW lifer. I wouldn't risk that either, honestly.
I don't know. I just want to see him come back.
I just want to see that entrance like one more time. Can I see that? I want to hear that entrance at WrestleMania, dude.
One more time.
Him versus Johnny Gargano in the main event. Him versus Finn Balor in the main event of WrestleMania. Come on. Bring back the Cruiserweight title so they can do it.
I don't know if they ever.
I mean, I wouldn't be mad if they brought back Cruiserweight title and treated it like a main event title, you know, for guys like that, because just because they're small does not mean that they can't be a champion. But if you're like, oh, they can't be world heavyweight champion, or we don't want them to be the face of the company by being the undisputed champion, then give them a Cruiserweight championship and treat it like it's one of the top 3 titles in the company.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, as I said, we're in an era where people want to see legitimate wrestling, and people are not going to complain about a Cruiserweight championship being treated like one of the top titles in the company if you're getting a banger after banger after banger match every week.
Exactly.
The chat does not want more belts. Hey, I'm not saying, I've been advocating for the return of the Cruiserweight title for years at this point. That's not something that I can, and as long as they treated it correctly, mind you.
Gotta book it.
Yeah.
You gotta book it well.
Yes.
Okay. Sara.
Yeah.
What's your lemon girl? Nope, that's not your name. That's not your name.
So over the last few weeks, I've had more lemons than rosebuds, and this week I feel like I had more rosebuds than lemons. So the only thing I guess I would be kind of nitpicky, and this was just because I saw it on Twitter. I didn't particularly like something that MJF said on Dynamite. You know, like another Briscoe is going to be in the dirt, and it's
that's terrible.
No, but this is the thing. I've talked about this before. I think you've even agreed that sometimes MJF pushes the envelope like too much.
Oh yeah.
Like, and I think that was too much. I understand you're trying to be controversial. You're trying to get mega heat. Like you're trying. And obviously we know that he likes to go above and beyond what you think is considered okay. But I feel like that's not okay. Like I just didn't like that. I feel like there's a way that you can like.
What did you say? You glitched.
Oh, I said I just didn't think that it was okay. Like I feel like there's other ways.
What I know you glitched, but you said what you didn't like.
You agree with me? I said about MJF saying that another Briscoe is going to be put in the dirt. Khan's fault.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Okay,
yeah.
I thought it was something else along those lines. Yeah, I thought you were building there.
Oh, sorry. No. Okay. I just didn't like that.
No, like, it stings. Okay, it's not for
yeah. You know, I'm not somebody who avidly or watches AEW. I wasn't somebody that was like a huge Briscoes fan, but the way that he passed away, and I get it's been a year. It's been a year or over a year at this point. It's not like it's fresh. It's not like it just happened and it's like, you can't talk about it. But like, I don't know. I just didn't like that. They made it such a big part of the show right after it happened and when his brother returned for the first time. I don't know. I just feel like there's other ways that they could have gone about like building for that match, or like MJF could have said something else that made it be like, okay, well, whatever happens in this match is on you. Like you didn't, you know, like I'm going to do anything and everything that I can. I'm going to hurt him, whatever. Like you didn't have to be like, oh, he's going to die just like his brother, you know, like.
It's not for everybody to say that's he's trying to be that type of heel. He just doesn't care.
I don't know. I feel like you need to find better ways to get that kind of reaction. You know what I mean? And like I said, I've said that about MJF specifically before. I don't know. I just didn't like it.
My lemon is Bret Hart hating on Papa Paul.
Yeah.
I don't
It's
like
because he
it. I'm
hates him in
sorry.
general.
Like,
But
I know. I just like the what you sent me like really irked me. He's like, I can't name one good Triple H match. Like, yeah, he's put up a lot of stinkers. All right, I'm not gonna lie.
But who
Yeah, he has.
hasn't?
That's
That's
what I'm
been
saying, like, who
around that
has?
long.
Like, I get it. Yeah, he
Like,
has.
not
But,
every
like,
Shawn Michaels match is a 5-star, like, main event. But then, you know what I would have said? Name me one good promo by Bret Hart.
oh, they're gonna have a couple.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I
Yeah,
can't name one good
the
Triple H match.
marks.
Are you kidding me? Oh, name me one
Cactus
good Bret
Jack
Hart
Royal
promo.
Rumble 2000 made me feel things, man. All right.
Well, but you know what I'm saying?
I do. That's what I'm saying. Like,
He's just like, he just hates Triple H.
Yada
Whatever.
hating.
Did you also see him and Goldberg are going to be at the same show?
yeah, I want to go so bad. I want to just be there. Like, I want to witness that brawl.
The chaos.
Because Bret Hart's going to use so many words that just confuse Goldberg. And then Goldberg's going to turn Hulk.
What if he backs out because he's like, I don't
That
want
would
to
be terrible. That would be fucking
I mean, it would be on brand, wouldn't it? And you're like,
no, it would be.
I can't
It
deal with this.
absolutely would be on brand for Goldberg. But I hate saying that because I did like his last interview with CVV.
Also, Final Boss, I'm not saying he never had a good promo. I'm just saying the way that he's talking about Triple H, like you couldn't name one good match. It's like, okay, then name me one good promo. Because if people like to say that Triple H was not known for being a good wrestler or he didn't have a lot of good matches, the only reason he was in that position was because he was banging the owner's daughter, whatever. I think that's ridiculous. But it's like Bret Hart was known for being a technician in the ring, but he was not known for cutting promo. So I'm saying give him that same energy back and be like, okay, you can't name one good Triple H match. Okay, well, I can't name one good promo by you. He's not trolling for clicks. He fucking hates Triple H. I don't know what their beef is.
I don't think Bret Hart trolls for clicks. All right.
No, he's a boomer or Gen X, whatever he is. I think he's just a miserable man. I think he's just
he is a miserable man. No, he is.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like I can't blame him necessarily because his career got cut shorter, maybe or prematurely, like a lot sooner than he thought. But I feel like it's been so long that you need to be able to accept where you're at in your life right now and accept that chapter is closed, because the reason it comes off that you're so bitter is because you're still not over it. But you're like 60, 70 years old at this point, brother. Like you can't go back 30 years and change whatever happened, like can't. I don't know. It just doesn't, it's not cute,
It isn't.
I mean, we don't have to pretend that like Triple H was some, HBK level wrestler, but like to say that he never had any good matches, I think is like kind of crazy.
It is. Sorry, I think it's time to travel around the Wrestleverse, Sarah.
All right.
You think it is?
Let's
I think it is.
Get strapped in, brother.
Let's get strapped in.
And you know what else?
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Gotta do it.
Hey, pop that dick, man.
I'm popping that dick.
Pop that dick, man. Let's pop some predictions for Wrestlepalooza.
Yeah.
Sarah, I got put this handy dandy notebook over here.
Thank you, Final Boss, for the LMAO. It makes me feel good when people think I'm funny.
Man.
Same with you, Richard. Thank you. I appreciate it. I get a lot of like self-confidence out of making people laugh. You know what I mean? Like it just my self-loathing gets put on pause for a bit,
Sheffield. So we got our predictions starting with.
Yeah, we found out today it's going to be the opener.
Yeah, I don't care. Like people are up in arms, and I'm
it was stupid to be the main event. Hello, it wasn't for the
Very
title.
stupid. Very stupid.
It made sense to maybe be the main event when they hadn't said, you know, that they hadn't been announced yet that Cody was gonna be on the card. They hadn't announced that yet, but yeah. I think Cena might lose. I kind of felt like the last few matches that he was going to have that I was like, all right, they're not going to have him lose. He needs to win every match. But I still kind of feel like we might see, even Richard said it, we might see Brock Cena 2. That might be what we get in Perth. And the reason is because of oh, okay, that's what Richard just said, Brock versus Cena at Perth. And the reason I think that is because we don't see Cena again after Wrestlepalooza, I think, until Perth. And it's like, okay, so there's no build up for any other match for him to have like a completely new opponent. So it only makes sense that they would have him face Lesnar again because we don't really need much of a buildup, you know, like maybe Lesnar appears, maybe we get some video packages of Cena or something, right? Like in the meantime. But I feel like if that's the case, then Cena's losing, and then he'll win in Perth.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm more. No, I'm thinking like.
What's the reason for Lesnar getting a rematch in Perth? Like, why would he care?
So would it be? All right, if Cena, his, because all right, if he goes over, fine. But is it clean or is it by like TKO? Pun intended.
I don't know, but I also am like, what if? I mean, I'm not saying I want to see it, but what if we see a repeat of SummerSlam 2013? Suplex City. No, Suplex City. Is it 2013 or 2014?
Oh, SummerSlam. I think it's Survivor Series.
Yeah, no. Suplex after suplex after suplex, and Cena just loses.
No, but what if he wins then? Because that's like the redemption, retirement.
I know. I think that I don't know. My guess is Lesnar wins because I think we're getting a rematch. Because I think if we, like Richard's saying in the chat, if we get no build between now and Crown Jewel, it only makes sense that he would be having another match with Lesnar. And I don't see a reason why he'd fight Lesnar again because if he wins, you know, like, oh, he already said he doesn't want to fight Lesnar as it is. So if he beats him, then why would he be like, yeah, let's do it again? I don't know. So my pick is Lesnar. Unfortunately. Unless you're ESPN and we say John Cena and Brock Lesnar. Did you see that clip?
That?
Somebody who was promoting it on ESPN. They said John Cena, not even joking.
Was it Mike Adamle?
I have no idea. John Cena and Brock Lesnar. And he said it twice. I was like, you guys need to get this right, okay?
All right. So
Santino Marella, bitch ass in the booth.
So I think I'm gonna also take Lester.
Okay, Brock Lesnar, John Cena.
I have to pick. I just
maybe.
Yeah, from everything you said, just makes sense. I'm just like, yeah.
And it's like I'm not mad about it necessarily either. Like, I'm not thrilled because I do think that Cena deserves to like win the rest of his matches, but given his very limited schedule after Wrestlepalooza, this is the only thing that makes sense in my mind, you know. And I think that they're gonna end the show. I don't know if they're ending it with a title match. It seems like not because they had been saying this was going to be the main event, but they might do the
bronze. Yeah.
Oh no! The mixed tag. So they send the fans home happy, you know, because AJ and Cena. I'm sorry, AJ and Punk. Sorry.
Yeah. No, Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
What's the next one? What do we got for picks here? In the chat.
Most people are picking Lesnar, except Alien Technology wants Cena to turn heel and just beat the shit up Brock.
I mean, I don't think he has to turn heel to do that. But...
Or he's saying Cena gets rescued by Cody. Interesting.
Captain America.
That'd be pretty cool.
All right, you brought him up. You said his name. He appears. Cody Rhodes.
So
Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. So this one has me confused, okay? And I spoke about this with my manager earlier this week, and he was proud of me, which I thought was funny because I was like, I feel like I've made this clear, but people don't believe me. I think it's complete BS that they had Cody win the title and then had him off TV for 6 weeks. I think that was stupid. I told you that if it was Cena that did it, I said if it was Roman that did it, I would have the same complaint. And I absolutely hated this because I thought it was a dumb move. You could have had Cena have the title for another, month and then had him lose it. And if Cody was off TV for 2 weeks, so be it. But I absolutely hated that. So it's like in that regard, I feel like Cody's winning. Like they're not going to have him lose the title after beating Cena, right? But how many times are they going to have Drew McIntyre in a world title match and have him lose and then have him get another title match? It's like the same thing that we've said about LA Knight. Like how many times are you going to give him this opportunity and then it makes sense for him to get another one? I saw an article that I think it was by like the Sportster or something like that. And they said they did like AI predicts the results of Wrestlepalooza, and they have Drew winning. And exactly what Richard said, Orton is the reason. Orton comes out and makes sure Cody loses. And I'm not mad about it necessarily. Mostly because I feel like that would be such an interesting twist. Like people have been begging for Randy versus Cody, like a real feud for a while. I think that would be an interesting twist simply because Randy would be considered the heel. And I didn't think that would be the case when we saw, this feud. I thought it would be a little bit more interesting if we saw Cody as the heel. And then, of course, Randy versus Drew doesn't make a whole lot of sense if they're both heels.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I kind of it's so hard for me to choose. I don't know.
I'm going Cody. I'll take a flyer on Cody on this one. ESPN. He's been the golden boy like, promoting the shows. Come on.
If you're gonna make a big impact though in the first show, Cody losing is like a huge deal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think we're thinking too much wrestling brain. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Just to be different, I'll pick Drew. Because I don't want to have all the same picks again. I think it's more interesting when we don't. I mean, it's so hard to say because I feel like if we're talking about viral moments and headline making moments, Drew McIntyre winning because Randy got involved seems like such a Triple H thing to do, But if we're talking about, I don't know, keeping your top baby face as champion, especially in his first title defense since winning the title back, keeping the guy that will make the rounds at ESPN and whatever, it's Cody Rhodes. So it's like hard to say. But I do agree with Richard saying it feels like there's more story options if Drew wins.
Okay, you make valid points. I'm not.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm telling you I'm split. Like I don't know.
Split. I see ESPN doing this shit.
Yeah.
Adzoo.
Final Boss agrees. There's really no story for Cody if he wins. He already just came off a year title reign. Yeah, and then if Drew won, that means there's 2 heel champions. But it feels like that's like more interesting at this point because there's so many baby faces for them to work with. It's like there's limited heels.
There are a lot of
Yeah. So it makes more sense in my book if there's heel champions because it feels like there's a lot more options for them.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. We'll see.
Aleister Black would be sick Aleister Black would be sick.
As long as it's
Man
not
who shows up
Damian
in a
Priest.
hoodie.
It's
Enough.
so cool. No, I don't want to see
Enough.
I don't want to see Drew versus Damian.
Oh, I thought you meant for Cody.
No,
Like he
they won't
turns.
versus babyface.
You turn him. Why not?
I don't want to see Damian versus Drew.
All right. Anyways, you ready to yeet all over yourself?
No, I absolutely hate this, and I think the Usos are winning.
All right. Well, that makes my predictions easy. I think they are too.
I don't think they should. I think that they need to.
Wait, maybe not. I'm gonna cross that out for a sec.
I think the Bronsons
there.
have more to lose by losing.
Kobe.
But they did make it seem like there's friction between the brothers. So I feel like they're definitely not going into this necessarily the favorite.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
And who knows, LA Knight could be the all-time hater is what we've been talking about. I don't think so, but like, are they really going to continue that? You know?
I know. I think the idea of the Usos beefing, it just feels weird to me because again, what's the end game? Like, why are they beefing? I think it's hard to say because we don't know what they're trying to do with Jay. Jay is the wild card in this situation. Are they trying to turn him heel or is it LA Knight? Are they just doing a tease with both of them and like nothing is going to happen? Or are we going to see a selfish side of Jay where he's like, hey, like I've actually been thriving without you. Like I don't want to work with you. I want to continue doing my own thing, whatever. Or are we going to see them be like, because Jay is the one who said to Jimmy, I need you. Is he going to turn against his word now?
No, I think it's more pertaining to the bloodline story. I feel like that's where we're going with this, and that it's not like he doesn't need him. It's more like I need you by my side, but we're doing things my way. Like I need my own.
So he wants to be the tribal chief without
exactly.
the
That's why he called Roman.
Which is interesting because does that mean that they're going to try to make Jimmy look like the bad guy for not buying into it?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Jimmy's not the bad guy because he doesn't want to listen to his annoying brother.
Younger brother.
Annoying.
Not all younger brothers are annoying.
I'm sure your brothers would disagree.
I was fantastic.
Can't imagine they agree.
I was fantastic.
Well, they didn't really live with you that long, so maybe they have different opinions.
Yeah. My brother went to go get a gallon of milk
and never came back.
When in third grade. He never came back.
Now his face is on the milk carton.
Now where is he? Where's Matt? Yeah, if anyone's taking the pin, it's definitely
well, that could also lead to Jay being pissed, being like, "Look at you're the reason we lost. What the fuck?"
Yeah, exactly. The vacant women's world championship title match between Stephanie Vadiker and Io Sky. I love her too much to root against her, and I'm a fan at heart, Sarah. And I'm gonna shut my brain off, and I'm gonna use my heart.
Okay.
Use my heart with this pick. Mi corazón.
So are you picking La Primera?
No, I know what it is. It's La Primera, but I was saying Mi Primera.
Oh.
I was trying to roll my tongue out, so it came off like that.
This is a tricky one too, because I feel like everything appears to be in Io's favor because she has been on TV consistently when Stephanie was not. She has so much going on, with the Kabuki Warriors and then Rhea's involvement. We've got Nikki Bella's involvement. So like everything looks like Io is the front runner. Stephanie just came back. She had her match at NXT Homecoming. this is her match that she was supposed to have against Naomi. And that had to get postponed. She's not been on TV, so it's like, are they really going to put the title on her? But then it's like, she's another one where I feel like, how many times are you going to put her in the title match for her to lose? Or how many times are you going to dangle the title in front of her and have her lose? The chat is saying Stephanie is going to win because Asuka is going to cost her.
That's where my mind's going.
I'm so torn on this because obviously I love them both. Obviously I have Stephanie's shirts, so it's just because then I think like, okay, if we get Io loses because of Asuka, what does Stephanie do after? Like, who does she feud with? Is it just Asuka? But even though Io is probably going to do that too. Like, who does Stephanie feud with?
But Ivy Nile. I don't know. Like,
no, come on. Girl was on main event. She's not.
Yeah, now it's time for her to be the main event of Raw on Netflix facing Stephanie Vacour. All right. I don't know. That's why I'm saying I totally agree.
Okay. Well, then just to be different also, because I can't think of anything for Stephanie, I'm gonna pick Io.
What's your heart say, Sarah? What's your heart say?
I feel like, I don't know.
What's that heart say?
If we're talking about storyline potential, it feels like Io. Because then we can do Io.
Is that what you want?
I'm picking Io.
Yeah. But what do you want?
I don't know that I care, honestly. I like both of them.
So
I don't know that I don't know that I have like a preference necessarily. Like I love both of them. So like I would just be happy for either one of them. I think that the biggest reason why I'm having a difficult time picking Stephanie is because what did she do afterwards? That's always the thing. And it's like, I know that doesn't necessarily determine the winner of a match or the winner of a title, but like,
I put you down for Io.
I don't know. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I don't, because you know what? I don't care if I get picks wrong. Sometimes I want to get picks wrong.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd rather be wrong.
And then before we get to the main event, I did want to bring this up.
I don't think so.
You don't think it's gonna? She's on the T-shirt.
I mean, are they just gonna randomly add it and then what is the 7th match? I mean, I guess if they did that, then Lesnar Cena goes quick.
No, it's 6 matches if that gets added.
Yeah, but this would be 7.
No, this.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's currently 6 matches.
Someone said in here is 5.
I want to say there's already. I thought there was already 6. They said, oh, she's cleared. She's not cleared yet. She has a concussion. Tiffany.
So probably not.
So if she's not cleared, I mean, she has to be cleared by like tomorrow. There are 5. Oh, I thought there were 6, I swear. So yeah, I'm assuming no, but also who wants to see Tiffany versus Jade? Again.
Yeah, I don't care really. I just I'm moving on to Seth, Becky, Punk, AJ.
Punk and AJ
the main event.
Get the fuck out of here. I'm not thrilled about it, but I do think it makes sense, you know. I don't think that they're going to have AJ lose her first match back. That's fine. They can win this battle. I just want to see my king and queen win the war. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. Also, I bought some Topps cards that are like the limited edition ones or whatever. I bought one from the NXT Homecoming where it's like Lyra, Rhea, and Stephanie.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So like you can win the autograph one. I also bought the one of Dom winning the AAA title, and then Dom was like, "I didn't sign this," and I'm like, "I think they're just showing you what it could look like because you could win the signed one." I bought both of them. Yeah, because I want to collect some cards, okay, and those are limited editions. So, I agree, Richard. I don't think this should main event. I think the title match should main event, especially I feel like if the title match main events, that means we're probably getting something crazy. This doesn't feel like something crazy is going to happen. What could happen in this match, in the mixed tag?
They could
The
4-way hit. Like,
I know.
of
I mean,
course.
I wouldn't want to see that though. Honestly, I'm not.
I
into it.
would.
I wouldn't. You want to see two dudes kiss?
I want to see love, Sarah. Love is love.
You heard it here first, guys. Pat wants to see Seth and Punk tongue kiss.
Like French.
Yeah. The mixed tag should be for the belts to make it even bigger. What belts? Oh, like if they win. No, I don't like that.
I don't like it either.
No, they're gonna have individual matches for those. I just wonder how they're gonna do that. Like, because it feels like those are matches that they would want to have on Mania, and we're quite a ways away from Mania for them to be like push that out that far, you know?
Yeah.
Sorry, Alien Technology. He did not like me talking about Punk and Seth tongue kissing. Sorry.
Ruined my dinner.
Sorry.
Sorry
Sarah
about that,
and
man.
Pat kissing. We don't kiss and tell.
No, I don't tell about my kisses.
Me neither. Anyway, sorry.
Anywho.
Sorry, Alien Technology. I didn't mean to ruin your dinner.
You know what? What did you have? Now I'm just curious.
Dude, I had McDonald's last night. It was bomb. McChickens.
Did you have the snack wrap yet?
No, I like the McChicken. Oh my god, now my mouth is watering. Like I haven't eaten it in like.
No, not chicken then. I housed the other day. This is gonna be disgusting, so this might ruin your dinner. I took down 4 cheeseburgers.
Oh my god.
4 doubles and a large fry and a Fanta on Sunday night.
You know what is insane is that doesn't surprise me because I've been with you and I see how you eat. So
Yeah, I know, right?
It doesn't surprise me at all. I don't know how you do it though. Are you a cow? Like you have 8 stomachs? Because cows have like what, 8 stomachs or something?
I think I might be.
That might be how you can fit it all. You know?
I don't know how I fit in there. I really don't.
I don't know.
I seriously don't. It's crazy. Anywho, you know what else is crazy?
I know.
Andrade leaving WWE.
I know. And your boy John Alba is the one who broke the news about the drama.
Shout out our boy John Alba.
He's my coworker, apparently. Because he's at Sports Illustrated. Yeah, but according to John, Andrade failed a drug test. And then like went MIA. He was like could not be contacted for quite some time.
Yeah, there were a lot of problems. I watched the What Culture thing about it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's like it's one of those things where I'm not entirely shocked because I do think that he was exactly like what I was talking about earlier. If we saw some guys like an Adam Cole return to WWE, that they would want to have some sort of guarantee that they were going to be used in a certain way upon their return and not just like coming back and then just being, you know, thrown into this random thing, or they're not going to be on TV for 3 weeks and then they're going to be in a, you know, like that was what they did with Andrade. It felt like if you were going to bring him back, then you should have had like more of a plan for him, and they clearly did not. So I don't blame him at all if frustration was a big part of what happened. Obviously the wellness policy violation, who knows what that is. Sometimes it can just be something in like, you know, in a protein drink. Like I don't know what he was doing. I'm not saying anything was bad. But it does feel like this felt inevitable, unfortunately. Like I'm bummed about it because he had that series with Carmelo Hayes was incredible. I think people were getting really into his tag team partnership with Rey Fenix, and now we're, you know, we don't get to see it anymore. So,
but we could see the reuniting of the Lucha Bros. So.
Yeah. So, and did he already announce or something that he was going back to AEW? What was it?
No, he called out MJF in a hair versus hair, and MJF said you can't. Pretty much called him out on his bullshit.
Oh.
And then he said, get booked in a real promotion, then we'll talk. And he just like, whatever he said. And he's like just, bleh.
Yeah.
Shit, so.
Yeah. So I don't know. I was a little bummed about it, but it is what it is. I mean,
Yeah, it's the one time that it's not, there's no outcry from the fans. Like, oh, we miss you. Oh
it's
my
because
gosh.
we knew, I think everyone knew that it was going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, not necessarily in the way that it did, but I think that we saw it like long before it happened.
Writing wheels on the wall type shit.
Yeah.
Not good. Not good. Do want to see this. This was fucking awesome. All right, Sarah. We're getting a full-on TNA invasion in NXT. During Homecoming the other night, there was a lot of tweets being thrown around by TNA wrestlers, calling out the disrespect NXT is showing them, not highlighting the future, only highlighting the past, and how, I don't know, their world champion got put in a winner-takes-all match for the NXT championship, match made by WWE, NXT, so they're a little pissed off, and this was bound to happen. Or hold on.
This felt like a long time coming.
It did. This is like, okay, we're getting invasion now. Awesome. And it was teased actually right after Slammiversary, I'm pretty sure.
When JC won or lost?
No. It was after Slammiversary. The Leon Slater, the Hardys, and Steve Macklin all came out and cut a promo about, we are a TNA. We will stand up against any outsider that comes in here and disrespects any of us, and yada, yada, yada. I have a feeling that was the real start of it. And then this is the WWE fan. Like, this is their plan of attack. Like the first strategy or whatever.
You see Brady?
Was popping Brady.
Yeah, he's mad.
What do you think? What do you think of all this?
Oh.
What do you think of
He's walking away.
Damn, you really don't want to talk?
No, he's not into it. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this felt like a long time coming. Like I said, I feel like this might have made a little bit more sense when both top titles were in NXT. It feels like maybe that would have been more of a time for them to have this.
But
argument.
now that Dana Brooke basically.
Yeah. But I mean, if they go about this the right way and it can be still entertaining, then I wouldn't say that it's too late. It just feels like everybody was predicting that was when it was going to happen because, of course, like I said, it seemed to make the most sense. Because your top titles are gone and they're being featured on NXT every single week, but not on your show. But I mean, I guess they still have an argument to make because Trick Williams is still a champion. So, that maybe seems more of a storyline that they'd want to build off of, I guess. Yeah.
I am very excited for this. And the fact that I'm buying my tickets next week for Bound for Glory. It's happening.
That's in Lowell, right?
Yeah. They're dropping at the right time. I'm feeling it. I'm going to buy them.
You could have gone to Raw this week too. It was in Lowell.
Nope.
Oh, no, it was in Springfield. Sorry.
Springfield. I'm going to Springfield this weekend.
Mm.
That's what I'm currently booking. Going to Big E. Do you know what the Big E is?
No.
Oh, it's a fair where you just eat a bunch of food.
I used to go to the Marshfield Fair.
Yeah.
That's what the one I used to go to when I was young.
That one just happened.
Yeah, I think one time when we were young, we ran into Steven Tyler. Because he lived in Marshfield.
He lives right. Yeah, his kids live there.
Yeah. Imagine just like chilling. You're just like going on this like stupid like little roller coaster, and there's like Steven Tyler, and you're like, oh,
Steven Tyler's right there.
Yeah. Crazy.
Walk this way. Joe Hendry is absolutely WWE bound. This just felt.
Yeah, it was. I think did Alba say this too? Was it Alba that said this morning?
Alba's just breaking news everywhere. It's awesome.
I want to say that
was breaking news.
Yeah, I think it was him that said it this morning. But again, I think we all knew this. Based off of how many times they are having him show up in NXT. I mean, he was on last week as well. Broke through that wall. Yeah, I mean, I think we knew awesome. I think we knew that once his contract was up, he was probably going to make the transition. And I think they've made that very clear that this TNA partnership was a way for them to kind of test, like, how is he going to do with the NXT audience. I do question, just because of him being kind of gimmicky, like how he would do on the main roster. So I do have concerns about that, but I would assume that if they're going to sign him to WWE, that they will have him continue in NXT at first, and then like establish himself a little bit more in that way, like being on weekly programming and feuds and whatever, and then bring him up. It's not like people who watch Raw and SmackDown are not unfamiliar with him. Obviously, if you watch like WrestleMania this year, you saw him. It's not like we don't know.
Everywhere, yeah. If you WWE programming, they did a very good job introducing him.
Yeah. But I would assume he'll probably do a stint in NXT, maybe like a Julia or a Stephanie, where it's not that long, and then they bring him up. You know what I mean? Because he's already like an established person. It's not like, he needs the extra time in NXT to like get better at wrestling or something, But I think it'll be fun to see what he can do.
It'll be very fun. I'm so excited to see him in NXT. I'm so excited to see him in WWE. And right now, the best thing they can do is put him in NXT and just let him run wild with just random feuds with anybody and have him do the stupidest but catchiest songs as vignettes into music videos. That would be the best.
Also, Final Boss, I have no idea. I have not heard anything about Gunther. People were trying to speculate that he was going to return at Wrestlepalooza, but I haven't seen anything about that. So I honestly have no idea.
Becky Lynch named best women's wrestler of all time by, hold on, let me just
Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
Bleacher Report obviously is not as established, I guess, in the eyes, or like accredited the way that people would say like Sports Illustrated. So I don't know that this is something that Becky's gonna start naming alongside Sports Illustrated. And I would say, if you look at their list, which I only saw the top 25, I don't know if they did beyond 2020 or 25. I'm sorry. Their list is very questionable at best, I would say.
Yeah, they had Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. I also, and I think you might
At
agree with me on
11.
this. I believe that they have Rhea Ripley at 4. They have her above Lita, but also I think it's too early to say that Rhea Ripley is one of the top 5 women all time. Also, so much above China. That to me is crazy. There would be no Rhea Ripley if there were no China. So it seems a little bit odd to me that Rhea would be so much further.
Longevity. That's what it is.
And that's the thing. So I was, we, at work, we have a wrestling chat. And so I sent this in there and we were all talking about it. And for the most part, people were not arguing against Becky being number 1. Because I think it's not just like her accomplishments, because when people make these kinds of lists, it really does depend on like what you value, and then of course we all have our own biases, so it's like everybody's list is going to be different, but Becky has the accomplishments, she has the longevity, she has the glass ceilings that she's broken, she has the character development, she has the pipes on the mic, like she's got everything, right? But then, once you go further down the list, I just think that it's a little bit questionable. Like even Final Boss said, Ronda being above EO is ridiculous. And that's the thing. It depends on what you value. Some people are going to say, oh, well, Ronda Rousey is more of a household name than EO Sky, so she had a bigger impact on wrestling than EO, right? Like that's
WWE,
yeah. But I don't know. I think that the list was interesting. I would change it a little bit, but I did think it was funny because people's immediate reaction was, oh, they only put Becky as number 1 so that they could get called out on TV. And I'm like, do you really not? Like, if you don't agree that Becky is the best women's wrestler of all time, that's totally fine and valid. I'm not saying you should, but I don't know that we should be saying that the only reason that they put her at number 1 is because they want to be called out on TV. Like, that seems to be completely discrediting what she's done. But because I don't think
I'm a hugger.
I don't think that it's necessarily wild to suggest that she could be considered the number 1,
I'm a hugger.
I know she was like what 6 or 7 or something like that.
Just the disrespect she gets is crazy.
Hey, maybe
It's
she'll bounce back in
crazy.
people's eyes with whatever she's trying to do right now. I don't know.
And then one more before we get into the 1, 2, 3 count. Cody Rhodes might want to succeed Triple H promoting shit on ESPN today.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that. I don't think that I found this part as interesting. Like,
Yeah,
as
what'd you
he-
find interesting? Yeah, no.
I think what was interesting was him saying that there are several people. that
Yeah,
are, like,
there it is.
competing for that spot.
Mhm.
That was the part that really caught me off guard because I was like, okay, like, could I see Cody wanting to do that? Yeah, look at his family pedigree. Look at what he was doing in AEW. He's already served in like an executive role, so like it's not,
It's not
completely
so
out of
far
the
out of the realm of
yeah.
possibility.
We know that Punk has kind of talked about it, at least in the way of becoming like the next Shawn Michaels in NXT. So like I wouldn't be surprised if his name is maybe in there. But I'm like, who else? Who else is like that? Like that to me, like that was
Seth has openly said he wants to.
Oh, really?
Seth has openly said he wants to take over.
I think that would be I think that there are a lot of solid choices that could potentially take over whenever Triple H steps aside, whenever that is. I mean, we could be running into another Vince situation where he doesn't want to step down until he's in a casket. That could be a thing. But I think that based off of some of the talent, like some of the names that we were just talking about, like they're so well-rounded and so good at their jobs right now, like they could be good as bookers. So I don't know. It's fascinating. And yes, I know that he was running NXT. Isn't that what I said? Dusty was running NXT?
Yeah.
FCW. Yeah.
Oh, hell no. Oh no. We gotta get the 1, 2, 3 count, Sara.
Mm-hmm.
We don't only have Wrestlepalooza on Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
We also have AEW All Out.
Yeah, and I have to ask you. So we know how long AEW pay-per-views are, and they tend to be long. And so there's a chance that it could overlap with WWE, with Wrestlepalooza. Do you think that could also be a reason why they put
100%.
Lesnar Cena first?
100%.
Because they're going to want people to check out of the main event of All Out and check
Sarah,
in.
I didn't think of that, but I'm gonna let you know right now that I'm not disagreeing with that.
Yeah, no, I didn't think about that either until the guys at work said it. And I was like, no, really? I don't know. Like that wasn't my immediate thought. But then when they said it, I was like, because my immediate thought is Lesnar and Cena want to get the fuck out of Indy as quickly as possible. And that's why they have them go on first. Because Lesnar has wanted to do that before. He said, if I'm not going on last, I'm going on first. And that was because he wanted to get the fuck out of Mania.
Exactly.
But I did think that was interesting because I'm like, that's a smart tactic. Like if they're not going to be on at the same time, you might as well give people like a lot of competition to be like, okay, you're going to have to pick and choose. What are you going to watch? What are you willing to miss? They might want to see Cena Lesnar instead.
We got, all right. So AEW All Out in Toronto. You know what? Yeah, I'm going to do all the matches. Fuck it. Because I love wrestling. We got an 8-women brawl. Willow Nightingale. Yeah. Willow Nightingale, Mina Shirakawa, Harley Cameron, Queen Aminata, Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Megan Bain, and Penelope Ford.
What is this for?
It just says 8-women tornado tailgate brawl. So it's a pre-show.
Oh, so it's not for a title or anything?
No, it's just pre-show. It's just 8 women just slapping.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with just Harley Cameron.
I'll pick Sky Blue. For vibes. Just the vibes.
I'm just gonna have us both pick the Ops.
Okay.
It's the Ops, Samoa Joe and Powerhouse Ops taking on Anthony Henry, I think it is, and JD Drake.
Okay.
So ops.
Oh my gosh, I saw somebody meeting Finn Balor and JD McDonough, and I'm obsessed with JD. I'm sorry, JD McDaddy. How dare I? I can't believe I just said that.
That's so
Um,
rude of you.
I know. I'm obsessed with him because he like let the guy hold the tag title and was like, yeah, sure. I was like,
Daniel Garcia versus Shibata, round 3.
Shibata.
All right.
I can't pick Daniel. Sorry.
Shibata.
Takashita.
Wrong guy.
I know. I'm just making
Oh,
fun
and
of
a different
myself
guy.
for saying that.
Take a shit.
Takashita.
Hurt Business taking on Ricochet and his squad.
Hurt Business. Because why?
Because we hurt people.
Yeah.
We hurt people. MJF and Mark Briscoe.
Mark Briscoe.
I'm taking MJF.
I need Briscoe to win after that savage comment of MJF. I don't like that.
MJF
Put him in the dirt, motherfucker.
MJF is one of my guys. FTR versus Edge and Christian.
It feels like Edge and Christian.
It's Edge and Christian. Don't even, if they're together, they're not Cope and Cage. It's Edge and Christian.
It's so disgusting.
All right.
But it's fuck Edge forever. So what he did.
Okay, we'll make your pick.
I said Edge and Christian. Can't believe we're saying that in 2025.
Yeah, I'm going with Edge and Christian.
Okay.
In Toronto? Are you kidding me?
Toronto,
Bubba. I don't know what that was, but that was a noise. Anyways, Eddie Kingston making his return, taking on Big Bill. I'm going with Eddie Kingston.
Me too.
Eddie.
Okay. I know that it was Edge's fault. It was Vince. It wasn't Edge's fault. It was Vince. Edge wanted Finn to win. I know. I was more. Well, I'm still pissed about it, but because Edge has a way of saying no to things. But I was more so blaming him for busting my man open at WrestleMania, throwing a fucking ladder at his face, and be like, "Yo." Sorry.
Don Callis family, Speedball Mike Bailey and Kevin Knight, Brodito of Bandito and Brody King, and the Young Bucks. So the Jacksons. And for the tag team championship,
Matthew and Nicholas.
Yes. They're now Matt and Nick Jackson again because they're jobbers.
I don't know why it was so funny. It was like Matthew and Nicholas. It just sounds funny. I don't know. I'm going vibes. John Callis family. Vibes.
I can't bet against my Brodito. So
I'm gonna get so many wrong this weekend, but that's okay.
Hey, I got a lot of wrestling to watch when I get back from the Big E. Kanoshka Takeshita, Okada, and is that hologram? Is that fucking hologram? Who's that guy in a mask?
Okay, well, I'm picking Okada.
I'm picking Okada. You know what? No, I'm picking Takeshita.
I am not watching both on Saturday. I'm gonna watch.
Oh.
I'll probably watch Wrestlepalooza. I'm not like overly thrilled about it, but it's one of Cena's last matches, so I feel like I have to. But
you have to. I'm gonna watch both when I get back from the Big E, and I'm so excited.
Yeah, I cannot give up my entire day off to wrestling. I just can't do it. So sorry about it.
Gladly will do it. Moxley versus Darby Allin in a coffin match.
Oh jeez. Darby.
Taking Mox. Women's World Championship, Fatal 4-Way, Timeless Tony Storm, Jamie Hayter, Chris Statlander, and Tekla.
Who's the champ?
Timeless.
Okay, she's retaining.
Yeah, I got Timeless Tony. And in your main event, Hangman Adam Page, taking on Kyle Fletcher.
Adam Page.
Hangman.
Cowboy.
All right. So those are our predictions.
People are gonna click out of that and watch Lesnar Cena.
They might. Who knows? Who fucking knows? Sarah, too, before we get into the nonsense, do you have a match that you remember that was like so bad that you don't think you've ever mentioned on here before?
I immediately think of like a women's match, but I can't think of who was in it. I just remember being like, what the fuck was that? But I don't remember. There's none that like stick out in my mind. Maybe it's because I purposely forget them.
I think the Briscoe Patterson evening nightgown hardcore match was pretty terrible, personally. Yeah. Kennel from Hell. Yeah, Kennel from Hell is definitely up there. Not good. I watched that before work one time, and the owner of the restaurant walked in and said, "What are you watching?" I was like, "Wrestling," and it was dogs just basically humping outside the ring because instead of ferocious beasts,
Yeah,
they
were just horny dogs.
Aren't we all?
I mean,
I gotta pop my dick, man.
Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes, you know.
You gotta pop your dick.
You got to pop that dick. I don't know. I'd have to look into this. Let me look into it, and then I can bring it next week because I really want to think about this. But I'm not somebody that necessarily like sits back and rewatches a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? So I think that's why a lot of things like don't stay in my brain because I watch an episode of Raw and I like remember it until like next week, you know? But I don't go back and watch matches from like 20 years ago. I should, but I don't right now. Like I will occasionally, but I don't sit there and be like, you know what match I should go watch? This one, you know.
I will at one point. That's a great segue into the nonsense. As no cue this week, as we are just so over time. It's so over, but it's okay. It's okay. Undertaker and Michelle McCool just defeated the it couple of Chelsea Green and Matt Cardona on SmackDown, twitch.tv/Nonsense Sports Network. Got a great fatal four-way of Kenny Omega, AJ Styles, Spider-Man, and there's another guy I forget. But anyways, Sarah, we have some updates from Troy Titbag. All right. Let me go to it. I have it in my handy dandy notebook here. We had a board meeting the other day over at the Galaxy. Things are going great at the network. Thank you all for asking. We do have a little bit of an issue of we got playoff baseball and nonsense football. So shit's getting in the way of like programming and overlapping. Really annoying. Troy did have some notes from the meeting, Sarah. Would you like to hear them?
Yes.
To give you some criticism. The bullshit NXT situation of nonsense is the champion. Damn right he is. And he wants to know who the fuck is nonsense. So but you're killing it over on Raw. That's right. Up to the board standards. While SmackDown needs to have more star power and have compelling feuds, which that was annoying to hear because you took everybody from us. So how could we at this point? But anyways, he did have one note for you, and it was what was going on with that other championship. You know, the championship that he said took from me when he took Cody Rhodes. So here's what happened. Cody lost. I said that last week. To keep you up to speed, Seth did cash in. I think I'm up to speed there. And then he pinned Cross to be the champion, so double champ. Last week, I had one of my dudes be the referee, my nonsense dudes be the referee, and I was a fast count for the match. Fast count. Drew is the champion. Great match, though. Go watch it over at the Nonsense Sports Network, twitch.tv. Drew wins, so Drew's champion. All right. So that's what's going on in your show. Here's what's going on in the future to look forward to. The championship tournament, because you have my championship. All right. I have to make a new one for my show. And that tournament is going to happen after this week's edition of SmackDown that is happening right now as AJ Styles makes his phenomenal entrance. We have the championship bracket. All right, Sarah. It's AJ Styles and Kenny Omega. Two guys are in this match. Candice LeRae, because she can hang,
Mm-hmm.
and Kevin Owens.
Nice.
I had to give my guy KO a spot in the tournament. The next side of the bracket, because it's four fatal 4-way matches. Okay, to start.
Okay.
That was the first. Second is Randy Orton, Bruno Sammartino, Wade Barrett, and The Undertaker. After that, we have Rob Van Dam, Naomi, the Great Muta,
Mm-hmm.
and Nixon Newell.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Your
the game,
newest crush.
oh my God, I love her. And the fact that the nonsense board wants to continue using her Tegan Knox name, I don't like it. So yeah, no, she's in it. I threw her in there. And then the final side, we have Super Mario, Shaq, Tony Storm, and Nonsense. My guy.
We forgot
My
to
right hand man.
bring this with you in Vegas.
Huh?
Did you bring the game with you to Vegas and we just forgot? Because I remember we said we were thinking about doing that and then making me, but we didn't do it.
I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have it. If I wasn't going to Arizona beforehand, I would have.
Yeah,
But,
true. Good point.
Yeah, couldn't lug that on the bachelor party. But yeah, that tournament is going to happen in the next few weeks. And we are going to have a champion right before the second premium live event that is going to happen under the new regime. Spooky Sunday Slamboree. Think of it like Halloween Havoc type shit. It will be the last show of the month because in this galaxy, we're in October. And every world title will be defended, both men's and women's world title defended. In the first NWF Nonsense Galactic, they came up with a name. I didn't like the name personally. Galactic Champion will be defending the title for the first time. And then right after that, or even actually, I don't know when that's going to happen. But I know that next week this is happening. The draft. Sarah, I implemented this because you took my people and I was bullshit. So we're going to have a draft. There's too many people. All right. And I have too many of these nonsense characters coming up to me wanting time. And I'm like, why are you even here? I don't even remember downloading you. I don't remember signing. Like, why are you asking me for time? So here's what's going to happen. You are going to obviously have Raw. I'm obviously going to have SmackDown. In corporate, the Nonsense Board is taking over NXT. What that means, I don't know. I don't really care. You worry about your show, I worry about mine. Anyone, and I mean anyone, is in the draft pool. Okay? So, could we see the victorious one? Could we see Anthony Green? Could we see SpongeBob SquarePants? Like, I don't know. Could we see Kenny Omega? Anyone. And it's Pitts' job to find them and sign them. So cool. Another job for me. And the draft pool. So 18 is the magic number. 18 wrestlers, nonsense people will be drafted. And Sarah, here's your champions. All right. I know you were
18 each?
Yes.
Okay.
I know you're so worried about your champions and what that looks like. So I have the answers for you. 2 world champions, men and women. 2 secondary, so like an intercontinental or US, you get to pick whatever title it is, but one of each, men and women. 2 tag team, men and women. And 1 wild card champ. All right. And that wild card champ is a mixed gender. It doesn't matter what the belt is. You can make up the belt and then say, Pitts, make it. Or Ford, make it. But just think of it. And it just has to be defended weekly on every show.
Okay.
That's all it is. So there's the format for the draft. That's all our shit. That's all we got. Sarah, are you excited to draft your roster?
Mm-hmm.
Tony Storm.
Stressed. I'm stressed out.
Don't you dare take my people. All right. I'll make a gentleman's agreement with you right now. You don't touch my people.
I don't even remember who
Although-
they are. So
Exactly. No, I'm saying like my favorites. Like, would you go
Oh.
after my favorites?
no, probably not.
All right. I'm just like. But thank you guys for tuning into this edition of the No Nights Off Super Show. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and bell notification to know every time that we go live. Follow us on all social media platforms. Sarah only has Twitter, @SmarshXO. And I'm at Patty Pitts on X, Instagram, and TikTok as well. And then if you want to know what the hell I'm talking about at the end of the show, you got to go to twitch.tv/Nonsense Sports Network. There's wrestling flying there at almost all hours of the day. There's other sports included as well. And sometimes I even hop in on commentary, just depending on how much time I got. So that's all I got. Thank you guys for tuning in. God bless. Remember that you can do it. All I got to do is try. See you next week.